Hello guys, today we are going to be talking about the 19 Hunter Call of the Wild reserves currently in the game, and we are going to be ranking them from worst to best. A little reminder before we start this video, I do not think any of these maps are preferably bad. I am just rating them on beginner friendliness and my least favorite to my favorite. Before anything else happens, let's get into it. Coming in at number 19 on my list, I have Mississippi Acres. Here in Mississippi, it is a very thick map. It was very popular among release in 2021. This map was pretty much known for its American alligator hunts, as the American alligator were the first crocodile alligator swim species in the game. Before that, we didn't really have anything else, which, in my case, I believe that alligators keep this map alive, as it was not very popular. Not many people do grinds on this map, and speaking of that, there are two great ones on this map. You can grind for a great one white-tailed deer and a great one black bear. Personally, I have never tried any of those two, nor heard anyone. Oh, there's a nice mythical. We'll try to take him down. Anyone really doing grinds on this map, as after Emerald Coast Australia came out, it lost a lot of attention, as, like I said, this map was mainly known for its alligators. So, after that, I would say this lost a ton of attraction. And that's why I have Mississippi Acres here at number 19. Alright guys, on number 18th on my list is Swalsvisen Park. This map is the smallest map in the game, more of a recent release. I find this map kind of fun, actually. I enjoy the small game on this map. I think this map had a ton of potential. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the biggest animal, really, I would say, is the raccoon dog or the red fox. Well, I do like duck and geese species. It seems like they're in just about every map, which makes it a little harder to enjoy in general. It is pretty good for grinds, as you can grind the Great One Red Fox here and the Great One Pheasant. I have heard very good things about the Great One Pheasant grind here in Swalsvisen. It is kind of thick, but it's pretty wide open for the most part, I would say. It does have a very cool shooting range. There are only two species, sadly, that are exclusive to this map, and they are both ducks, so that is kind of sad that they don't have any cool exclusive species that would keep people coming back over and over, but I still see quite a bit of people come on this map, but it's just personally not for me, as I do get sick of small game every once in a while. I will show you that shooting range. Alright guys, so here is that clay pigeon shooting range I was just telling you guys about. This is one of the very cool things about this map. I currently do not have anything on me, but this is not easy. Oh, so see, there's a clay pigeon, and you would pretty much shoot at them, and it would actually make you quite better at the game, I would say. This is a very cool addition, as this is the only thing like this we have in the game. We do have shooting ranges in Parque Fernando and Hirschfelden, but this is pretty cool. Since it's a small game map, I like that they only did clay pigeons. I think it's a pretty cool concept, actually. And, oh, that was kind of tough. But that is why I have this map ranked at number 18. Coming in at number 17 on my list, we have New England Mountains. I think New England also is a map that could have had a lot of potential. There is a decent species amount. I do like the species they have on this map. it's very stunning. I find this map very, very nice to look at. It takes place in autumn. But really, not many people hunt on this map because there isn't really much for great ones. I mean, sure, you have the great one whitetail and the great one moose, but if you are going to do a great one on this map, for example, moose, it requires about 200 drink zones to start a moose grind. And look at these rivers, right? Very thin. I mean, I'm sure there is thicker rivers out there, but they're thin and there's a ton of rocks and trees. It is a very, very thick map. When hunting things like bobcats, bobcats can easily hide behind these rocks here, which makes it pretty hard to hunt all these animals here. I can see, like I said, it could be cool. I like the autumn feel, but it's just too thick for me. I don't really play this map that much. I try to get into it, hunt some whitetail, have some fun, but I just couldn't do it, and that is why this map is sitting here at number 16. Or number 17. Coming in at number 16 on my list is Hirschfelden, our first non-DLC map here. This used to be my least favorite map, but then when the animal populations got backed up with that EW update, it moved down a little bit. I actually enjoy it a little bit more. Normally you can find some pretty decent amounts of animals out here. I'm not in a super great field right now, but if you set the time to about 5:30, normally you can find some pretty decent stuff. Oh shoot, well, normally you can find some pretty good stuff in these fields. You more need to go to these up here to really find some, but with you in the morning about 5:30, you should find quite a bit of animals. As you see with all these tracks, there is a pretty decent amount in these little fields. They are kind of hard to creep up on. Drink zones are very, very hard. You don't really hunt drink zones in this map, and I think that's one reason this map isn't very popular. It's kind of hated in the community, which, I mean, I can see why, but, I mean, it's not a terrible map. There's, like I already have said, there is worse maps in my opinion, but, there are 9 species. There are also, this is kind of cool, there are 6 Great One species on this map, out of the 9 total species. Euro bison are, oh crap, Euro bison are exclusive to this map. Very, very rare to see someone grind on this map, oh my goodness, as it's pretty thick. Like I said, you can't really grind drink zones that well, because I mean, there's a lot of water, but it's so thick like New England, and I just can't really find many ways to grind on this map. It used to be very popular for the money grind with the Canadian goose, or I think it's Canadian goose. But then that actually got replaced by the beach method on Emerald Coast, Australia. So that is why I have put Hirschfelden at number 16. Alright guys, coming in at number 15 on my list is Leighton Lakes. I know I might get some hate for this one, as I know many people do really enjoy this map. And for me, it feels very barren. You set, like, for example, I am set to whitetail drink time. I probably will not find anything else except maybe some turkey, mallards, and some other things. It's just very difficult to find other species when you are set to one drink zone. So that is one reason I kind of don't like this map. When I was a new player, I feel like you could pretty much just set a drink time, and you could pretty much find just about everything. And like I said back here, I saw some whitetail, right? So this whole river is great for whitetail. But if you go down here, you can see I have moose zones and whitetail zones. So you'd still think, though, even though it's not their drink time, you still think you'd see them roaming around, you know? But with you run around in around the first outpost, you really won't find anything. And that's kind of hard for me, and that's why it feels barren. Because I feel like I'm only hunting one species on this map. It makes it hard for new players to level up because of that reason. And it also makes it hard to level up and for them to make money. There are 3 great ones on this map. The black bear, the white-tailed deer, and the moose. This map is pretty good for grinds. I think the whitetail and the moose grind are very good on this map. But for black bear, I would recommend doing it on SRP. And that is why Layton Lakes has landed at number 15 on my list. Coming in at number 14 on my list for the top 19 maps on my list is Rancho del Arroyo. Here in Rancho, the best thing I find to do is to run the roads from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. Normally, you can kind of just run and gun on this map. That's pretty much how I find this map enjoyable. It's not great to hunt drink zones. There's a lot of lakes. I find them, though, it's kind of weird if you look at these. Many of these lakes are, like, very jagged, right? Very jagged lakes. Like, for example, I have some whitetail zones here, but you never know what's around the corner, and that makes it really hard to do grinds, I think, because, like, with you have, like, a trophy right around the corner, and you'll never see it. You'll just run right through it, pretty much. So that's a big part of it. The lakes are really, really big, which makes it hard to see around. You can do, or there's a couple species that are exclusive to this map, including the Mexican bobcat, which I believe are pretty easy diamonds. I do not have one, but I have seen quite many of them. I know they troll quite often too. Most non-legendaries troll, but they are a very cool diamond, and I think most of the animals on this map, as you can see, I have it set to 7 o'clock, and you can just see all of these tracks around me. So it makes it at least you can do something on this map. It's not really beginner friendly. If you're looking to buy a DLC, I probably would not buy this one. Stick to SRP or Peru, as you will hear about later. But that is why I have put Rancho del Arroyo at 14. Also, to add to this, there's 2 great ones on this map, which include mule deer and white-tailed deer. And there's also these, which are also exclusive species to this: desert bighorn sheep, and I believe Rio Grande turkey. You can correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, that is why this map is at number 14. Alright guys, on number 13 on my list, we have Parque Fernando. Parque Fernando is, I also think this map is very thick. It is one of the older maps. It is pretty fun, though, to hunt water buffalo. It's pretty popular here. But one thing I really do not enjoy about this map is the spookage of many animals. The pumas will spook just about every animal. I think they do spook every animal, which does suck. There are 11 species. I don't know. Wait, no, there's somewhat. I think there's like 9 or 11 species. But oh no, there's 8 species. I'm so sorry, and that can be enough to keep people off this map. Just the puma spooking everything. Also with it being so thick, and I don't think that this would be my go-to map for hunting water buffalo. I'd probably go to Sunderpatan. Sorry, Sunderpatan. But I think the pumas alone is enough to keep people off this map because it keeps me off this map, and as you can see, it's very thick and it's hard to see through all the trees. And that is why I have Parque Fernando at number 13, because I do still like the species, and that is why I have it over many other maps. Alright guys, at number 12 I have Cotw. Cotw has a ton of animals, a lot of exclusives to this map too. You have these Basit ibex, you also have the Greatus ibex, the Ronda ibex, and the southeastern Spanish ibex, which is pretty cool. I think that this map, since it has a lot of exclusive species, I think these ibex are very fun to hunt. They also do have a pretty cool multi-mount, which I think is pretty cool. It's called the Grand Slam, if you were wondering. I think this is a beautiful map. I love hunting the wolves, running around, and playing with friends on this map is very, very fun because it's cool looking for those cool ibex and Iberian wolves, and there's just a ton of really cool animals. There is 2 great ones, or no, there's 3 great ones on this map. You have the roe deer, or 4 great ones, I'm so sorry. The red deer, the pheasant, the red deer, and the boar are the 4 great ones. I don't do much grinding here. If I were to do, I thought that was a 5. If I were to do a grind, I would probably do a pheasant grind on other maps, and most of these great ones I don't see many people doing on this map. But I really like this map. I love all the species here, and I think it's very unique, and I believe it's underplayed. And that's why I have Cotw at number 12. Coming in at number 11 on my list is Reventuli Coast. I know I might get some hate for this one, but let me explain. Okay, there are 19 species on this map, which I love, and you notice the newer the map, they start adding more species, as most of the older maps have low species numbers. So that is always cool. Most of them are class 1, which, I mean, that's fine. It doesn't play a huge effect for me in this one. There are some very cool animals. It's a great map for great ones. It's beautiful. Some things I don't like though is most of these lakes are pretty big. I mean, like, you find some of these which are pretty good for whitetail. This lake is great. But there is sorry, I'm so cooked right now. There are like a lot of different class animals, which I like, but I think there is 14 class 1 species on this map. Yeah, 14 class 1 species, which kind of sucks. That means there's 14 ducks, but there are this little thing down here. This is the best spot to find ducks, in all the class 1 species, I would say. Yeah, the island's the best duck spot. There are 2 great ones you can get on this map. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. You can get a moose great one and a white-tailed deer great one, which is pretty fun. I know whitetail are a very common great one on this map. Everyone grinds for whitetail on here, but that is why I put Reventuli Coast on number 11. I just want to say this before we do anything else. The more species that the maps have will be affecting the rankings. So I just wanted to say that before we're going to this next one. Anyway, coming in at number 10, we have Yukon Valley. This map is very popular from the species, but lost some popularity when Aski Ridge came out. The wolves and Medved also. That also quite affected the grindage, but a lot of people still love to grind here in Yukon for wolves, but that's really about it. Not many wolves. Not really thing other than wolves people grind here. I am currently doing a wolf grind. There's 2 exclusive species in this. It is a Harlequin duck and the caribou, the Grant caribou now. But there's a lot of easy zones. They're not too hard to find when you look around. Like, for example, look at all these bison. This is also a very wide open lake, and it's just easier to find things. I mean, you don't really ever have a huge problem, you know? It's always pretty easy to find things. You also find many grizzly, too, on this map. There's 3 great ones. You have the Great One Gray Wolf, the Great One Red Fox, and the Great One Moose. Like I said, the only Great One really hunted on this map is wolf. But other than that, I don't hunt this map too much. Holy crap, that is a lot of bison. But sometimes I like to run around, shoot some bison, have some fun, and do some grinding. So that is why I have Yukon Valley at number 10. Alright, coming in at number 9 on my list is Tia Aurora. I am currently also doing a Great One grind here in Tia Aurora, as you might be able to tell by my stacking. This map is a very, very good Great One map. You can do Great One Red Deer, Great One Fallow, and Great One Tar. I find that Great One Fallow Deer are the easiest Great One in this one. That's the trap I need to fix. But I think this map is very beginner friendly. It's pretty easy to find animals, which I think is great. That's always a good thing. The low zone counts make it very easy to set up a grind. This was my first grind map personally. There's no exclusive animals on this map, which is kind of sad, but chamois, I guess, are the only exclusive animals on this map. But overall, it's a very open map, wide open. The lakes are a good size, and the populations aren't too huge, so that always makes it pretty good. And that is why I have Tia Aurora at number 10, or at number 9. Alright, coming in at number 8 on my list is Medved Taiga. Medved Taiga, first of all, this has great scenery. This map is absolutely beautiful. It has a very, very good grinds for moose. Great ones such as Great One Wolves, Great One Boar, and Great One Moose. Also a good population of animals. I like every animal that's in this map. I think that the reindeer are cool. I like the moose, the boar. I think they just have pretty much the perfect handful of species, you could say, in here. It's very bright and vibrant. Sadly, it only has 8 species. The only 2 exclusive species to this map would be musk deer and reindeer. Some people say this map is too white for them. It hurts their eyes after a while. It doesn't affect me too bad, but everyone else has their own opinion, I guess. But I love this map. I hunt it a lot. I really hope to get to do a moose grind out here soon. So that is why I have Medved Taiga at number 8. Alright guys, at number 7 on my list, we have Sundar Patan. This map is very fun. It has one Great One, the Great One Tar. There is 13 species total on this map, and 11 or 10 are exclusive to just this map. This map is also very stunning. The tigers and snow leopards keep people coming back. Finding them is not easy. They have a low population, and it's pretty cool that tigers hunt you. Tigers were the first of their type in this game, that will actually hunt you, which chill out, big dude. Which I think is very, very cool. I like that mech a lot. A lot of people love the 3-lake method. Oh, he's aggressive. A lot of people love the 3-lake method before it got patched. That was the best way to get tigers in your launch. Hold on, I gotta take down this big dude. Hold on, watch out! Ah! You're a big dude. Turn around. Ah! Got one into you, dude. You're cooked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Watch out, dog. Ah! One thing about these yaks, they troll a lot, but they're fun. Yeah, 273 is diamond, but oh, dang, that's very unlucky. Yeah, there's a nice double one. But yeah, I love this map. Love to hunt it. The tigers are really cool, except they're hard to find, and I do not have a diamond snow leopard, which is my dream trophy. But that is why this map comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6 on my list is Virunga Savannah. It's been in the game for a very long time. It has 10 total species, and here in Virunga, 9 of those species are exclusive to only this map. That is what keeps people coming back. The Eurasian widgeon is the animal on this map that is not exclusive. Oh, shoot. Almost got cooked. And this map is very good for beginners. If you are a beginner looking for your first diamond, or you don't know where to start, which a lot of beginners have, and even people like me, sometimes I wonder where I should find a diamond, if I should do it on the grind, or if I should go try to find something cool. Wildebeest are the easiest diamond in the game, as level 4s make it anything up to an estimate of 39. If you look at this lion, it goes from 42 to 45. Wildebeest, they go to level 5. Level 4s often make diamond, though. And that is a very good diamond to look out for. You will find many of those. I would imagine you would probably have about 6 on your map. And every level 4 pretty much just about makes it, which is one of the reasons I really like this map. And sadly, this map has no great ones, but I hope we get one in the future. A great one lion would be so cool. And that is why I have Virunga Savannah at number 6. Welcome to the top 5 of the ranking the best maps in the Hunter Call of the Wild. At number 5, I have Silver Ridge Peaks. This map has always been popular. Ever since it came out, I've always seen it thriving. It's very sunny and beautiful. Many animals all along the map. It's very wide open. The mountain elk or Rocky Mountain elk are very popular. Mule deer and black bear, the great ones on this map. Mountain lions can spook your animals, but other than that, this map is just great. It's super, super friendly to new players, which I think is the best thing in a map. When you find a map that's beginner friendly, I think that makes it so much better. I mean, especially with a map like this where you can always find a multiplayer session, and it's just like you can get good money making, and it's probably one of the best maps to find diamonds on, which I think that is why I have placed it here at number 5. Coming in at number 4 on my list, I have Tornado. This map is just so fun. There is 5 exclusive species out of the total of 17 species on this map. They also have very, very good Great One grinds on this map. You can do... Oh my goodness, Babin. You can do Great One grinds. You can do Great Ones for roe deer. You can do Great Ones for red deer. There might be one more. I am not sure about that. Many of these animals have smaller populations, which makes it a lot easier to grind them. You won't find as many zones all around the map, which is kind of nice because it's kind of like Tiara. It's a lot easier to grind there because there's a lot less zones. So that makes this map a lot more enjoyable. Adding on to that, it's very fun to just run around and shoot some stuff. It's kind of small game sided, I would say. A lot of the animals you'll find on this map are small game, which is okay because you might think you don't like small game until you start running around this map. This map is so fun. You kind of just start running, and then you start finding like badgers and mountain hares and red fox all over the place, and it grows on you for sure. It gets very fun, and it's not super difficult. It's pretty wide open for the most part, and I mean, I love that there's 17 species. There's a lot of small game, but at least they're good small game, and it's so fun. And that is why I have it here at number 3. Coming in at number 3 on my list, I have Esky Ridge. There are 19 species on this map, and 8 are exclusive. This map is so beautiful, and the snow mechanic, so when it snows, when it's heavy snow, the snow will actually accumulate on the elk's back, or whatever animal's back, which I think is one of the coolest mechanics they've ever added to this game, and that's one of the main reasons it's up on this list. Also, the 19 species is just absolutely brilliant to me. I think that is a insanely great number of species. This map also has 6 Great One species. They're all fun grinds. The mule deer grind I know is very, very great on this map, but it can be thick at times. Some parts it's kind of thick, which can get on my nerves a little bit, but overall, like, when you hear that snow crunching and you see all that snow on the elk's back, it almost just adds that immersive feel to the game, and I think that is the biggest part I have ranked it where it is. Coming in at number 2 on my list, I have Emerald Coast, Australia. This map has 14 species. 8 are exclusive to this map. Australia is the home of the best grinding method in the whole game, also known as the beach method. Hunting the coast from 17 to 20 and shooting everything you can find. You'll also see some big buck species on this place. But like you'll see a ton of banting and crocodiles, some fox, and you might even walk away with a diamond at the end of the day of it. It is seriously the best experience, and you can make definitely some big bucks. For example, I've made probably 200,000 in a day of playing by just running around, shooting croc, shooting just about everything I can shoot. And you can see it's 18. You can also set it to croc's time. I don't have any of their zones because 16 to 20, like I am right now. Like, there's a croc, there's a painting, you know. You'll just find a ton of random stuff, which is super cool. There is 6 deer species. There are 3 great ones. There's a red deer, fallow deer, and a red fox. Kangaroos are very cool. I love hunting them. They do troll very, very often, which is kind of sad. But that's okay, because it's pretty cool to get jumped by a kangaroo. It's pretty fun. I have seen many 9 legendaries, but I have not seen 1 diamond, sadly. Gotten trolled 8 times by level 9s, but it's okay. One day we'll get one. But that is why I have put Emerald Coast Australia at number 2. Absolutely beautiful map. Coming in at number 1 on my list, I have Intisuyu. Yes, this map did just come out. But so far, this map has been absolutely incredible. There are 14 species on this map. 10 are... Oh my goodness! That is a 5 medium capybara right there. That's a diamond potential there. There are 10 exclusive species. There are some very cool exotic species. What the frick is happening? I just found a 5. Very cool exotic species. It is cut into 3 sections. So this is very, very thick, mildly thick, kind of open, and this over here is wide open, which makes this map very, very good for beginners. Hold on, I gotta shoot this up quick. Wait, right gun? Hold on. But yeah, it makes it very, very good for beginners. I personally enjoy this map so much. I don't think there's really anything... Oh, let's go, I got him. I don't think there's really anything to not enjoy. The jaguars are so fun. Speaking of that, there is now a Great One jaguar, and you can also hunt the Great One whitetail on this map, which is very fun. I never thought we would get a jaguar or a tiger Great One. I've always thought of it, but jaguars are so cool. I think that they are absolutely amazing. Super, super cool animals. And yeah, I think they're great. So yeah, we're gonna see what this is a diamond, and we'll be on our way. Oh, there's a black caiman. Come on. Oh! Oh no! Oh no. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching, and these are my final thoughts on this. I have ranked the new maps at the top because simply Expansive Worlds keeps making every map better. With how the new species and the new mechs and more accessibility, they have been killing it lately. And remember, this is all in my opinion. Your list might be completely different. Comment your list down below, and if you agree with my list or not. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe for more Call of the Wild videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.